I'm Nikki Peterson.
And I'm Richard Peterson.
Yes.
UK Hypopressives is a trainer and educator in the Hypopressive method. The Hypopressive method is a breathing and postural technique that's been around in Europe since the 1980s. Primarily it's involved in treating and helping people with some medical problems such as incontinence and pelvic organ prolapse, but there are other issues that it's just as relevant for, such as respiratory problems, back pain, postural issues, all sorts of relevant applications.
Not so much classes, no. We tend to do more one-to-one sessions, so our clients will come to us more through workshops where they come and do a little bit of a taster, or through one-to-one taster sessions, and then they book on to have some more one-to-one sessions with us or one of our trainers, because we have over 80 trainers on our directory at the moment around the UK.
So we also run training courses for health and fitness professionals in the Hypopressive method, so they come on a 2-day weekend course and get certified by us to teach Hypopressives to their own clients. Well, it's a good question, and it's a quite complex question. As I said, it's been around since the 1980s in Europe, but it's developed by a Spanish-speaking nation, so in Spain, in Spanish-speaking countries around the world. So there's a language barrier for a start, so it's taken a long time to come to the UK. It started in the UK, we were on the first training course in 2012, and it's been a slow slog trying to get the word out there basically, but the more trainers we have, the more lives they impact, and the great thing about Hypopressives is it can have enormous beneficial impact on somebody's life in terms of the return to function and the better symptoms that they might experience as a result of doing Hypopressives. So it's a slow process, it takes time, it's us driving it and now our trainers as well, but it's just something that will happen over time. In terms of the NHS, well, most health and fitness professionals haven't even heard of it yet, let alone the NHS, and the NHS will eventually get there, I'm sure, but we have quite an exciting course coming up on the Isle of Wight, which maybe Nikki.
Yeah, it's basically been organised by a hospital on the Isle of Wight. One of the lead physiotherapists there contacted us. She came on one of our courses last September and wanted to organise something within all of the health and fitness people on the Isle of Wight. So she's actually helped us organise it. It's fully funded by the NHS, so that's what we're looking for more from the NHS, is that we have more people that become interested in it and that can then take it across all different hospitals, and then therefore it will be a treatment that will be offered not just on the Isle of Wight but across the whole of the UK. So yeah, that course is on the 22nd, 23rd of June. The types of people that we're looking for our courses are osteopaths, chiropractors, physiotherapists, anyone in the fitness industry, such as personal trainers, which is where our background, massage therapists. We've had reflexologists qualify. So anyone that's kind of in that health and fitness sector that would like to help more of their clients or patients with some of the issues that we've highlighted.
It is a huge problem. I mean, various statistics estimate it to be as many as 65% of women experience some kind of incontinence, which is makes it common, but it's not normal. So if you're interested in trying to treat that rather than using a sticking plaster, then Hypopressives is very, very successful in doing so. So yeah, it is a massive problem. But it's not just a problem for women, it's a problem for men as well now. So you can see adverts on the TV for incontinence products for men too. So what we would like to do is to have more men on our courses, more male trainers, because probably 90–95% of our trainers are women, and probably 90–95% of our clients are women as well. But this is just as applicable to men. Men, not only do they have incontinence issues, but they have hernias as well, they have back pain, they have all sorts of respiratory issues, loads of things that Hypopressives can help just as much as it can help women. So it is just as relevant to men. Yeah, again, that's a really good question. Is it embarrassing? Possibly embarrassment, but men tend to not do things to help themselves sometimes when they could do. Also, the kind of exercise it is actually physically quite tough, but to look at it, it doesn't look particularly tough. Men tend to gravitate towards more kind of like what would appear to be more physical exercise, but actually most men who try this quickly discover that actually it's pretty physically tough. So there may be a number of reasons why men aren't attracted to it. I mean, if you look at Pilates and yoga, for example, there are way more women doing that than there are men. But again, they were just as beneficial for men as they would be for women.
I tend to run them locally. I'm in Fareham, Emsworth, that sort of area. But any of our trainers that are on our directory will be running their own workshops. So if people are in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, then they can just go onto our directory and find somebody that's more local to them, hopefully. We're building our areas. We're a little bit sparse in the north, but we've got plenty of trainers more sort of London and the south. So yeah, that's probably the best port of call to find someone more local to them. But yeah, anyone can come on the...
Yeah, it does largely depend on the issue. If you've got a woman with a severe prolapse or a severe incontinence issue, they're probably going to have to do some kind of hypopressives for the rest of their lives. However, we're talking about 10 minutes 3-4 times a week. We're not talking about a huge time commitment. I myself, I'm somebody who got fixed by hypopressives quite quickly. So I was getting up in the night to pee like 4 times a night, and within 3 weeks of doing hypopressives, I stopped. And I've actually, despite the fact that I don't do hypopressives as regularly as I should, that's never come back. So it can fix something quite quickly. It can be used as a treatment, a long-term treatment, equally as well. So it depends on the nature of the issue, really.